Hi everyone, welcome back to this week's Disis19 Diaries. This will cover the week of March 13th through 19th. It is currently March 19th. I obviously have not been doing a great job vlogging this week. I think I mentioned to you in last week's clip that I've just kind of been in a funk, and this week I was definitely in a funk. I haven't been reading very much. And yeah, I know why. I know why. It's because it is the anniversary of my grandfather's passing. It's the 25th anniversary. And so this week I've just kind of, I don't know, just not really been feeling it. You know what I mean? The anniversary was on Monday. And so on Monday, our normal Chinese food places are closed. And we normally do purchase Chinese food on the anniversary of my grandfather's death every year. We went and had Chinese food at our favorite Chinese restaurant after his funeral as well. And it's just a tradition that we do. And so we actually had to go to a different Chinese restaurant, which was fine because we enjoyed the food. But yeah, I've just not really been feeling reading or really doing much at all. Like, it's kind of affected me in other areas of my life this week. So yeah, I've just kind of been taking it easy and letting it come as it comes, and that's not a bad thing. From time to time, you definitely need to like have that break, I guess. And yeah, I've had a little bit of health things going on. But I think all of that is connected to my funk and my mental kind of state this week. But I have read a little bit, and so I will talk about that right now. I did do quite a bit of filming today already. This is the last video I am filming for today, but this is the only clip you're going to get for this week's vlog or my diary entry, because there wasn't really much to tell you during the week because I really didn't really do anything. So I have started To Helvetica and Back, which is the first book in the Dangerous Type Mystery series by Paige Shelton. I am on chapter 19, page 207. I've got about a fourth of the book left. I borrowed a copy of the audiobook through Hoopla from my library. I'm really enjoying this one. I think I knew that it was about typewriter kind of repair, but I wasn't expecting the book restoration portion of what our main character does for their business. And I thought that was really interesting. I'm really enjoying listening to this on audiobook during my lunch break, because I do listen to an audiobook during my lunch break. I have a 1-hour lunch break, and so I'm able to get a good chunk of listening in during that time while I'm eating my lunch and playing a puzzle game, because that's what I do. Pop in an audiobook, play a puzzle game, eat my lunch, and just kind of relax in the middle of the day. I really need to work more on relaxing because it's been causing me some issues. The amount of stress that I normally have from day to day, my body is just like, nope, you're too old for that now. Like, just normal things that happen with age. And so I need to listen more to my body and be more conscious of my stress level. And so I've been enjoying doing that ritual recently, and so I'm looking forward to completing this one this week, or this coming week, so the week of the 20th through the 26th. Definitely going to finish that one up. And then I've been trying to work on the Aurelium readathon selections, but I haven't done a great job with that either. At this point in time, I don't know if we're actually doing the Aurelium readathon in April, but if we are, great. But I know G had said that we don't need to be reading the selections for the prompts only in this past week, and so yeah, I didn't do a great job, but I do want to get in the rest of the stuff I need to, so that when we actually do the Aurelium readathon, the real, like, at the Academy stuff, I am good to go. So I have read 2 of the volumes of Danganronpa 2, Ultimate Luck and Hope and Despair, created by Spike Chunsoft, manga by Kyosuke Suga, published by Dark Horse, and I would have to say these are teen or older teen. This trilogy, because it is a trilogy, there are 3 volumes, is this story of what happens to these kids on their school trip from Nagito's perspective. So that's this character here on the cover. So I think I had mentioned before in one of the videos, I don't even know which one, that I had played through with my daughter this video game this past summer. This past summer, in 2021. We had finally finished this game, so I already know this story, and so I'm kind of reading the manga to see what kind of differences there are, and the difference here is that it's from Nagito's perspective. In the game, we're much more in the perspective of Hinata. Yes, Hinata. This guy. And so I do know that there would be a difference in this story, not only because it's from Nagito's perspective, but because I know what happens in this story. I am finding it interesting, but you can see how thin these volumes are. Like, they're pretty thin for manga volumes. It took me 2 days to read each of these volumes. So 4 days in total. That's not normal for me. So you can see that I have been in a funk. I can normally read one of these in one sitting. And that just wasn't happening for me this week. So, yeah. So I was able to finish these 2. Those are for my previous prompt in the Aurelium character creation prompts, where I needed to read a Dark Academia, and I am considering this series Dark Academia because the characters are on a school trip and there are student murders in that series, or in the whole, like, Danganronpa franchise. That is kind of the main theme that goes along in that series. So I am currently reading the last volume, which is volume 3. This one is much thicker, and you can see where I am. This part is the beginning. So I've still got all of this to go. So I'm hoping to finish this one tonight, but I haven't touched any of the other prompts. So there were supposed to be 2 additional prompts for this week. And for me, that was to read for my spell book, because that's the weapon that I want. And then for my legacy, I think, which is specific to the house that you're sorted into, and for me that's House of the Crescent, and for those people we have like an animal companion, so there's another volume of manga that I need to read, plus 2 children's books, because I need to read 1 book to get to the one that will complete the prompt. And I didn't think I was going to have a problem getting through all of that this week, but I've just been in a funk, not wanting to read. And I guess it's okay because it's the middle of March. So there's still lots of time to read stuff for March Mystery Madness. But I was hoping not to hit, like, I guess you would even call it a reading slump. I don't know. Does this stem from just all of the stuff that I'm feeling from it being a big anniversary of my grandfather's passing? Or does this carry over from finally getting through a book that I was struggling with last week, which was not as good as I thought it was going to be. Plus, I struggled through it. So is that carrying over? Am I hitting a reading slump because of that? Is it my mental health? I don't know. But I do have a lot of manga club reading to read this weekend because our manga club meeting's on the 24th. And I need to get that done because that is something that I host. So I need to be able to talk about, those volumes. And yeah. I did do a bit of knitting though. I am getting my knitting mojo back. And of course, I forgot to bring it here. So let me go grab that and I'll share that with you in a bit. Okay, I am back. Here is my bag, my lovely 80s cartoon bag that my mom made for me. And here is my 3-week love note, or at least that's what the cal is for. I don't think I'm going to have this done in 3 weeks. So I've had this on the needle for about 1 week, I think, because I think I started last Friday, if I remember correctly. And I think I shared it with you too. So this is what I got so far. So when I was talking to you about it last, I think I only had like 4 rows in, so I was about here. So I've done all of this week. So I don't know how the best way to show this to you is. You can kind of see the like rainbow colors of the mohair coming through. And I'm really enjoying this. I have done 2 repeats of the lace so far. And so I need to do half of a repeat more before it's just plain knitting. But yeah, I am pretty happy with how this is turning out. I am a little bit concerned about my gauge here, but I did do a gauge swatch before I cast on, and then I did a gauge swatch again after I had started knitting, and I am on gauge. It just looks really like, I don't know, it looks really open. So that's okay. I don't know. See, this is kind of how I am right now. I'm just like, eh. But yeah, so far so good. This is moving along rather nicely. I've been just working on it monogamously here and there. I don't think, like I said, it will be done in 3 weeks, but I am doing it for the Grocery Girls 3-week love note knit along, which is just motivational. And so it did what it was supposed to do. It motivated me to finally cast this on because I've been wanting to do this for a while. And I had specifically picked up this cone of yarn to make one. But I had a different mohair for it. I think I mentioned that to you before. So I'm finally using the yarn that I purchased for it. And then I've got my 2 skeins of hand-dyed mohair. So it is a little bit tangly because I am alternating because of hand-dyed. I didn't want any pooling. And so, yes, I am enjoying this knit at the moment. I think it'll be even more therapeutic when I'm just going round and round and round in stockinette stitch. But yeah, so far that's been kind of helping me along pass the time. And I normally knit while watching television. So my family and I always watch television at night. And so when we're watching our television shows, I'll be sitting there knitting. Because I can't really just sit down and do nothing. If I am able to sit down and do nothing, there's something wrong. Because there have been times like that in the past. And I know that it's always been times where I'm struggling with something. Either mental health wise, I'm just not feeling well. And so if I'm not knitting while I'm sitting and watching TV, there's something wrong. But so far, I've been able to knit all week, so that's good because I haven't been reading. But yeah, it's just the thing I do, right? Knit and watch television. A lot of people will knit and listen to an audiobook, or they'll actually read a digital book or a physical book. I can't do that. I can do the audiobook, but I'll only do that if my family's not home. Because I kind of feel like if I'm listening to an audiobook when they're home, I'm kind of alienating them, and I just don't feel comfortable doing that. And so I only usually listen to an audiobook on my lunch break or if nobody's home. So like now, if when I'm done with this video, since they're not home, they're all grocery shopping, if I had time, I could sit down, pop in an audiobook, and, do whatever. When I went to go pull my books for my TBR game, that's what I did. I put in my audiobook and I scoured my shelves. So, yeah. Speaking of TBR game, that's one of the videos that I filmed today. I know it's a bit early, but I kind of wanted to put it out on the 26th. So I filmed it today, so I have all next week to edit, and then I can pop it up on the 26th. But lots of filming. I've been doing a lot of filming this month. And I even added that new series to my channel talking about what I've been warming. And while I'm loving talking about the stuff that I've been warming, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So I'm not sure what I want to do with that yet because today's video was kind of long. But I know I'll have to edit stuff out because my daughter called me in between. And then I had to clear my little desk area because I've got a little desk right here. So that's where I put stuff when I'm talking. And so I only have a finite amount of space. But yeah, so I had to clear it off to put more stuff on to talk about. And it's just, it's been a long filming time. So I think I've chattered on enough for right now. I'm doing well on my TBR game stuff. To Helvetica and Back was my last thing that I needed to read to complete my TBR prompt. So for the rest of the month, it's just reading March Mystery Madness stuff, reading my Monochrome Manga Club selections, finishing my Aurelium selections. It sounds like a lot. And it is a lot. I'll be able to do it. I will be able to do it. Send me all those positive vibes through your TV screens. And we will get through this. We will. So I hope you are all doing great. I hope you are all having an amazing week. Let me know what interesting things you did this week. If you have a favorite book from the week. What you've read during the week if you've not picked a favorite one. Let me know that as well. I'd love to know what you're reading. If you're crafting on anything. Or if you just have something favorite that you've done this week. I would love to know. So if nothing else, you would just like to let me know that you were here. If you could leave me I don't know. Is there a yarn ball emoji? I think on the newer ones there is a yarn ball emoji. So if there's a yarn ball emoji, leave that. Or your favorite color, heart. Yeah, that would definitely be appreciated and really help me out. And that would do it for me today. So I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're all safe and healthy, and until next time, take care, and smile always. Bye.